I'm Tonya. Welcome back. Today I'm in my kitchen and wanting to talk about one of my favorite subjects, coffee. So I had a few requests of how I do my low carb version, and I wanted to share that and also the cold version while I'm at it. So let's jump into it. First of all, I take a hot, about 1.5 cups of any coffee. I just have a non-flavored Folgers coffee. Okay, I have my coffee, and by the miracle of television, I already have my little 1/4 cup of half and half creamer. Now, if you are wanting this more on the keto friendly side, I would add the heavy whipping instead because it is a higher fat content. But for me, it's fine. That does have about 2 carbs in it, which is pretty much all the carbs in this particular little cup of coffee. Next, I will add my sweetener. Now, Splenda does not offend me, but I know that a lot of people are sensitive to the Splenda, so you can choose the monk fruit. There's a lot of different varieties of that, or what I'm going to use today, which is the stevia. So probably use this today, and I probably would use 3 of the little packets. I'm not too picky. It does, for my particular diet, it doesn't really bother me either way. Okay, I'm gonna stir that up. And then I like to add a little bit of flavor to it. I use the Torani sugar-free vanilla. They also have sugar-free hazelnut, sugar-free caramel. Just make sure that it's sugar-free. It has no sugar, obviously, and no carbs. So I'm gonna add that. I did buy this handy dandy. I use so much of it that I use the little pump, but it would either be 2 pumps or I measured it out. That's about 2 tablespoons. Like so. And then how I finish off my cup. So this is pretty sweet, not like Frappuccino sweet, but it's pretty sweet. But I like to finish it off with this skinny syrup by Jordan's. I do order this off of Amazon, although I have seen it in Walmart and some other grocery stores, but it's hard to find. So 3 pumps is considered a serving and has no calories, no carb, gluten-free, all the things. And so I pump 1, 2, 3 on top of that, and it gives me this sort of illusion. I mean, I don't know, we'll have to maybe get a shot of how like scrumptious this looks and taste, but that's how I do my hot version. Now, whenever I want to switch and do something cold, it's still winter here, but it's pretty soon. We're in Texas. It's going to get hot real soon. We're going to be doing cold iced coffees. So I start with a room temperature. I brew up a full pot, and then I let it sit up. I don't put it in the fridge because it will get kind of cloudy, and so instead I just keep it out on the countertop and let it go to room temperature. So stay tuned. Okay, I've repositioned and we're going to move on to cold. So I start with just a mug, and I just put, I don't know, 10 or 12 cubes in. Again, I'm going to pour room temperature coffee into my cup. That's about right. And then I'm going to add the same amount of that half and half, which is a 1/4 cup, which is 4 tablespoons. Okay, again, I'm going to put this 1/4 cup of the half and half into my coffee. So pretty. A little note, fat-free half and half and low-fat half and half have a different carb amount. So make sure that you get the full half and half, just plain old half and half. Okay, so I'm going to stir that up. I'll let that kind of mix in a little bit. And then I use, for my cold coffees, I use a liquid sweetener. So I use something like this Splenda Zero or the stevia and the monk fruit. Either way, it doesn't really matter. I just put a couple of squirts in. Again, it's no sugar, no carbs, so it doesn't matter. So I just kind of go 1, 2, normally fine. And then I add a couple of pumps of the Torani, yet again, yes. 1, 2. Okay, so I could stop there and it would taste just lovely, but I always like to add a little bit of the whipped topping. This is just the Walmart brand. I just shake it up, and I believe 2 tablespoons is considered a serving, so I will just put that on, and it's 1 carb. So this is about 3.5 carbs probably. And I just put a couple little squirts on it just to kind of have fun, right? And lovely. Okay, that's it. That's how I make my low carb coffee. It's pretty simple, easy. I will link all of the products below, and I will also put in the descriptive box my order when I go to Starbucks, because I can barely remember all the things, so I can make it as good as I can make it home, honestly. So until next time, if you're interested in low carb snacks, I do have a video of a Walmart shop with me that has a lot of different options if you are on a keto friendly low carb weight loss journey like myself. So until next time, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.